Have you ever seen your boss get arrested? I worked at this little Italian restaurant downtown. Family place, red booths, greasy menus, the smell of garlic stuck in your clothes even after you showered. My boss, Sal, owned the joint. He was in his 50s, always in a stained white shirt, gold chain around his neck, the kind of guy you couldn't picture outside the restaurant. Sal was tough, but fair. He yelled a lot, sure, but he cared. If your car broke down, he'd drive you home. If you messed up an order, he'd cover for you and tell the customer it was his fault. Every Sunday night, he'd make us sit down after close and eat pasta together. No phones, just talking. He'd always say, family first, business second. So when cops came in on a Friday night dinner rush and dragged him out in cuffs, my brain short-circuited. The dining room went dead quiet. Some lady dropped her fork. People whispered. One of the waiters, Jess, started crying. The cops shoved him against the bar, read him his rights. The whole place was frozen. By morning, the rumors were everywhere. People said Sal was running a drug ring out of the back. Some claimed he was laundering money. Others swore he'd assaulted a waitress years ago and it finally caught up with him. The local news ran a headline, restaurant owner arrested in scandal. They didn't even say what scandal, just left it hanging, like he was already guilty. I felt sick. This was Sal, the guy who lent me money to pay my rent once. The guy who made fun of my bad knife skills but still taught me how to chop onions the right way. Now people online were calling him a criminal, a predator, a monster. Customers canceled reservations. Yelp filled up with 1-star reviews overnight. The thing that bothered me? Sal hated drugs, hated alcohol too. He'd fire anyone he caught drinking on shift. He barely even touched wine at Sunday dinners. And the idea of him hurting someone? No way. He was rough, sure, but never creepy. The man blushed if you mentioned Tinder. I couldn't let it go. I started digging, talking to people. One night after close, I went through old receipts in the office. The numbers didn't add up. Big catering orders that never existed. Thousands of dollars in deliveries to addresses that weren't real. Whoever made them used Sal's login in the system. I told my friend Danny, who worked in IT at a bank. He looked at the files and said someone had been funneling money through fake invoices. He traced the IP. It wasn't Sal's office computer. It was from the hostess stand. That's when it hit me. Our hostess Amber. Pretty, always on her phone, always complaining about how broke she was. Her mom owed money all over town. She was failing community college. She also happened to be the last one at the hostess stand every night closing out reservations. Danny dug deeper. He found her Venmo tied to random deposits, thousands of dollars. All around the same time the fake catering orders went through. She'd been rerouting money, using Sal's name. She must have panicked and pinned it on him, made it look like he was the one skimming. I told my brother, who's a cop in the next city. He said bring everything to the detective on the case. I did. They checked the system, pulled surveillance from the nights in question. Clear as day, it was Amber typing in orders after close. She confessed the second they questioned her. Said she never thought it'd blow up like this. They arrested her on a Tuesday. She didn't even fight it. Just sobbed as they walked her out past the same red booths. Word spread fast, but the damage was already done. Sal was released, but people didn't flood back in. The restaurant felt different. Half the staff quit. Some customers never returned. Sal came back a week later, stood in the kitchen with us, just looking around. He tried to smile, but his eyes were hollow. He said, "Thanks for believing in me, kid," and clapped my shoulder. That was it. He sold the place 2 months later.